Thank you, and I don't think we've caught her name, but that's Debbie, everyone. Isn't it great to have people like Debbie who can contribute to a service like that? Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Steve. For those that maybe haven't met me, I'm part of the team here at Hope, and I spend a lot of time that way in the Kids Church program, and it's a real joy to be there. And thank you, Debbie, once again for bringing that story alive to us. There's certainly a lot of people there that day, and I'm sure there was a big hype in town about it. Interestingly, those people were fed twice that day, weren't they? They were fed by the teaching of Jesus and by the bread and the fish from that little boy. Hey, we may not have mentioned this big word yet, but the theme for the service today, we're talking about being together, different ages. There's a big word for it called intergenerational, and we're focusing on discipleship because that's our series at the moment in church. And so we're going to use that word a lot today. I'm going to probably say it and mess it up a few times, and you're going to hear me saying it by the end of the service. I'm sure that that's probably what's going to happen. But my hope is, just as we've had a bit of a fish and a loaves kind of theme emerge in the service, that it's a bit like when you go fishing in the deep sea, not fancy trout fishing where you can like see the fish the whole time. Hey Grant, is that how it goes? Yeah. Deep sea fishing, or maybe even not that deep, certainly how I grew up. You put your line down and the fish gets on your hook and you start winding up and it's super exciting. And one of the favourite games that I like to play is guess what the fish is before you get to see it. You're like, oh, it feels like there's a bit of a clue. Oh, it's really wriggling, it must be or it's dead solid, could be a rock. Maybe it's just a big perch. You try and guess it as it comes up, but you know what, as it comes up more, and as we talk about intergenerational discipleship more, as it comes closer to the surface, as we talk about it more, hopefully it will become clear to you what intergenerational discipleship is. So let's wind this fish in, let's get some clues, and see if we can walk away today feeling encouraged and inspired to be a church together. Okay, intergenerational discipleship, what is it? Well, generational is people. We're going to be talking about ages, right? But I also think it's helpful to define what it's not. What is intergenerational discipleship not? Well, I think, first of all, it's not just people in the same place. I could go to the mall and do that. Different generations together in the same space. It's not just people in the same space. It's not just one generation removed, child to parent. All right, there's a real crossover here through the generations that we're going to be talking about today. And it can be, Asher, can you pass me that, please? That silver thing down there? Yep, pass me that. I don't even think it's simply just passing on the baton. I think it's even more than that. All right, if we were just going to be talking about passing on the baton, thanks, Asher, we could do a relay race here and be done in a couple of minutes, I reckon. Would that be good? No, I think it's even more than that, so we'll come back to that later. You know, in the story of the feeding of the 5,000, there's a beautiful picture of people all together. Generations, women, female, everyone was there, all in one spot. But we know that's not intergenerational, that's just multi-generational. They're all present. But they are all being taught by Jesus. They're all growing in their faith together. And I think the story takes a real shift when the tummies start to grumble. When the tummies start to grumble, we see this boy produce this meal, and all of a sudden, this fish and loaves is kind of center stage. Well, Jesus is really, we know that he's the hero of the story. But man, if you could strap a GoPro onto that lunch, I reckon it would tell a pretty cool story. Started at home, gave it to the boy takes it on a trip, it gets there, the disciples come around, it comes out the bag, goes to the disciples take it and they give it to Jesus, Jesus prays over it. Man, what molecular atomic miracle is happening there. It then goes back to the disciples, and the disciples take it around and they give it to the people. It's quite a journey. It's quite a few hands that bread has been on. Some people might be concerned it's a bit unhygienic, but don't get focused on that. Realize that this meal is symbolizing this beautiful thing where people are being fed of all generations, and they're doing it together. In fact, one of the things that I love about the story is the surprising nature that it's a boy's lunch. We know that Jesus saves the day, but it's kind of the boy that's his sidekick. He's the one, and it's a little bit surprising because in that day, children weren't the hero of the time. It was adults, particularly male adults were the hero of the time. And so here is this young boy who's surprising people and being a key part in what is happening. And the fascinating thing about it is because of the boy that everyone is blessed. When was the last time a young person, younger than you, blessed you. I bet it happens, but we don't always see it. Wouldn't it be cool if it happened more? It's hard to do that when you're not actually in people's lives, though. All right, so we've got to open up a little bit, don't we? Okay, so taking the shift, the story, the grumbly tummies, we see a little bit more intergenerational stuff going on with the passing of the food around the hands, the boy, the surprising nature. There's lots of interactions. He's literally offered something that has blessed other people. And I wonder, you might be surprised by who God might use to bless you in your life if you would allow it. Okay. We're really pushed for time, so I need to do this quick. I need, Ava, can you come and help me? There's some Wi-Fi in the building, we've got to fix that. No. All right, are you good with this? All right, I need some more people, but not just yet. So if you like to get involved, good, okay. Something that you might not know about me is that I'm a bit of I like geeky computer stuff. And so when I was thinking about intergenerational discipleship, I thought about Wi-Fi networks, right? Back in the day, you come stand over here, Ava. You go stand by those baskets, I've got something for you. Back in the day, a Wi-Fi network was just the modem, and it had its little Wi-Fi antenna. It would transmit to you. I'm over here. So you're the Wi-Fi, the antenna on my modem with your foil antenna there. My phone needs internet. Yes, please. Send me the internet. Yeah, go. Oh, I'm out of range. I'm out of range. Right. Got to come a bit closer. Here, try again. Try again. Got to get to my phone. Yeah, I got Wi-Fi. Okay. But if you're a modern person and you live in modern times, you know that there is new technology out now. Right, who's my extra volunteers? James, up here. We can have repeaters, and not just repeaters. I need more people. Who's next? Come on up, David. Good. 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 Oh, that's enough. That's enough. You know what? You can do your own. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the best Wi-Fi hotspots you have ever seen. Good. That's good. David, you might need to help me out here. Can you fix that one for me? Yeah, just go for a coney. That's good, good, good. Okay, all right. We're going for a full mesh network. Okay, we're going for a full mesh here. So, Ava, you good? Okay, I want you guys to kind of just spread out on the stage here. David, you come this way. Yeah, some over here. Good, full mesh. Yeah, James over here. Right. No, you're too far away. Ava, send me a signal. Go through your mesh network. All right, more. Send it back. Good. Come on. Oh, yes, send it back. I think we could go here all day. Woo! That's some serious. No wonder we're wearing tinfoil hats these days. All right, give them a round of applause. Thank you. Well done. You can keep your foil hat. Thank you. All those 5G people were a bit worried that their foil hats were protecting them. It was actually just adding to it, wasn't it? Okay, I'm losing my notes. Oh, thanks, Asher. Just pop that in that basket. Helpful man. That's my boy. Yes. Okay. I think it's time to unpack a good definition of what intergenerational discipleship is. It's not just a download from one to the other. It's when you've got everyone together, multi-directional, different stages, a full mesh system. All right? I think the richest environment that we can have for a life of faith is one that is full of all the generations, blessing each other and teaching and modeling faith to our younger generations, but also encouraging and modeling faith to our older generations. It's good for everyone when we grow together. I think that is a really rich community. There's a passage in Psalm 145, verse 4. In fact, we had it read at the start of the service. Grant, can you get that up for us? We're going to zoom in on verse 4 there. It says, "One generation commends your work to another. They tell of your mighty acts." They're praising God amongst themselves. I think that's really cool. One generation commends the work. They're passing on the faith and encouraging one another, building each other up in discipleship. And I think we should all read it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. One generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. Psalm chapter 145, verse 4. I wasn't going to do this, but we're already here. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. One generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. Psalm chapter 145, verse 4. Very good. You'll see that verse a little bit later on in the service as we finish up later. Mark will explain that to us. But I think it's a great verse for us to just park on. We'll come back to this in a minute, but I think it's a good verse just to park on right now as Mark comes to lead us in communion. Let us praise God, keyword, together for Jesus and his sacrifice. Let's do that together. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, did you notice